And good day everyone, my name is Prolin Galeria Foster, the first discussant of On Teaching Harmony and Texture.
So, before we start our lessons, let me read first the objectives. In this lesson, the students will be able to take note of considerations that are to be applied when teaching harmony and texture, including this when writing down a music lesson plan as necessary, and learn examples of approaches and activities that may be used for teaching content pertaining to harmony and texture. So in harmony, number one is how do I teach the simultaneous sounding of two pitches, or we call that harmonic intervals. So, sabi dito sa number one is papaano daw natin ituturo ng sabay ang dalawang pitches na tinatawag na harmonic intervals. So, two facets are to be considered when teaching harmony, visual, and oral. So, kapag magtuturo daw tayo ng two pitches ng sabay, is dapat i-consider natin itong dalawang facets na tinatawag na visual and oral. So, pag sinabi nating visual or oral, visual and oral is nakikita. A visual representation, like notes written on the staff, has to be shown to the student. So, one of the examples of visual and oral is a visual representations like notes, sa mga notes na nakasulat sa staff. So, dapat daw kapag gagawa tayo or magpapakita tayo ng notes na nakasulat sa staff ay dapat ilagay natin ito or pakita natin ito sa mga estudyante na naka-vertically on top of one another. So, dapat pasunod-sunod, pababa at pahalang ang paglalagay. Hindi pahiga, kundi pahalang. Kasi sinabi na vertical. So, sabi din dito is, a visual of piano keyboard can also be useful, especially when counting whole or half steps in between the intervals. So, makakatulong daw din sa visual and oral sa mga representations ang piano keyboard kasi yung piano keyboard is pwedeng makatulong kapag magbibilang ng whole or half steps na between the intervals. So, pwede tayong gumamit ng mga melodic instrument or smartphone app upang maiparinig ang mga notes. At pwede natin itong ipaulit-ulit na iparinig sa mga estudyante upang mas matandaan at maalala nila ang pagkakaiba or kada interval sounds. So, gagamit tayo sa panimula or as a beginning, gamit tayo ng C major C major scale kasi kinukonsider itong pinaka-basic na major scale among the others. So, and then, move to other basic case, major or F major and G major, and lastly, how the student imitate and sing. So, pwede nating ipagaya or ipakanta sa kanila yung mga narinig nila. How do I teach chords and triads? So, paano naman tayo magtuturo or paano natin ituturo ang chords and triads? So, ang chords is the combination of two or more notes, and triads naman is 3 notes. Again, visual and listening materials are indispensable when making activities for chords and triads. So, illustration like piano, keyboard, below are helpful. So, kapag wala naman daw tayong mga instrument na pwedeng gamitin, katulad ng piano or gitara, pwede tayong gumamit ng mga smartphone or other technologies materials na pwedeng makatulong sa mga estudyante dahil ang smartphone is mayroon na siyang visual at the same time mayroon na din siyang sounds. Kaya mas madali natin or mas madaling maintindihan ng estudyante kung ano nga ba ang pagkakaiba-iba ng mga triads at mga chords. So, the only skill needed for this is the ability to count from 0 to 8 and knowledge of the alphabet. So, I have here the image showing how to play a C major triad. So, the numbers show how many half steps or semitones are between the notes of the triad. From the root C, it takes 4 half steps to the third, middle note E, and then 3 half steps from the third to the 5th top note G. Below naman is a keyboard image for triad A minor. So, we can show this in front of our class So we can use instrument or smartphone app to sound the notes of the triad from A to C to E. Once the students get the pattern on how triads are constructed, so move from C major to the other case like F and G major. So do not worry, the pattern is the same.
So number 3 is seeking activities for teaching harmony. So partner songs are songs that contain different melodies that may be sung together to create a harmony. So, pwede mo tong ituro sa mga student and have the student to sing them together to create harmony. So, for example, ang Row, Row, Row Your Boat and ang Three Blind Mice. So, once na mamaster ng mga student ang mga songs, muna silang i-encourage na mag-invent or mag-compose ng simple melodic line that sounds complementary or goes well along with one of these songs. So, number 4, using simple accompaniment for songs. So, chords and triad can also be experienced by children by using instruments, such as a resonator bell, which plays only one pitch and are easy to hold by hands. On the board, draw a C major chord with the pitches C, E, and G. So, give one resonator bell with these pitches to 3 students. So, one bell per student. Practice them in playing the bell synchronously so that they can sound the chord completely and correctly. Have them play their bells in the places where the arrows are placed in the songs, as shown in the illustrations below. So, dito sa lyrics ng Row, Row, Row Your Boat, sa every lyrics na nakaturo ang arrow is papatunugin ng student ang bell para makakreate sila ng harmony. Itong activity na to is fun and engaging way para sa mga student para mas madali nila maintindihan ang mga chords and how they contribute to music. So next is texture. So the thickness and the thinness in music can best be realized and appreciated by the student if they listen to sample recorders of music. Sound thick and thin. To illustrate the contrast between thick and thin, let them hear different recorders like the following. To illustrate the contrast between the thick and thin, let them hear different recordings like the following. So, to illustrate the different contrasts, thick and thin, so to illustrate the different contrast between thick and thin, let them hear different recordings like the following. So, mas nare-realize ng mga students and mas na-appreciate nila if may napapakinggan sila na mga sample recordings that sounds thick and thin. So, mas mabuti na may iparinig tayo sa kanila. mas mabuti na may iparinig tayo sa kanila para malaman nila kung anong pinagkaiba ng thin and thick na sounds. So, for example, a tribal or folk chant sung by a single voice versus a choir. For example,
manamayok na awab lada sebu lamang wede la ben wo sen kuyan kun nam lu mayu kana bamel nindan melikan bukae ba
and another solo guitarist versus a rondalia. So, after ng activity na kung saan may ipinarinig tayo sa kanila, mas mabuti na ipa-analyze natin or ipa-describe natin ang mga characteristics na that they hear from the recordings. Pwede din natin sila i-instruct na mag-draw ng contour from what they heard.
How do I teach monophony, polyphony, and homophony in elementary grades? And what are their differences? So as a future teacher, mahalaga na malaman natin ang tamang pagturo ng musical texture sa mga bata. Paano nga ba natin ituturo sa bata kung ano ang monophony? Una natin gagawin ay kailangan natin ipaunawa sa mga bata kung ano ang monophony sa pamamagitan ng magpaparanig ng mga halimbawa. Sa pamamagitan ng mga halimbawa, magkakaroon ng mga bata ng ideya kung ano ang monophony. A whistling person. Next, a trumpet player playing a taps and Gregorian chant. Ang mga narinig nyo ay mga halimbawa ng monophony. Ang monophony ay binubuo ng isang solong melodikong linya nang walang anumang kasamang himig. Tulad ng mga halimbawang inyong narinig, kung mapapansin nyo, meron itong solong melodikong linya lamang nang walang anumang kasamang himig. Pero hindi nangangahulugan na isang tao lang ang kumakanta o tumutugtog. Maaari itong dalawa o higit pang mga tinig o instrumento ang magkasamang tumutugtog, ngunit iisa lang ang linya ng melodiya. Sa pagtuturo ng polyphony sa mga bata, kailangan natin magbigay o magparinig ng mga halimbawa upang mas maunawaan nila kung ano ang polyphony sa pamamagitan ng pakikinig. Narito ang mga halimbawa. Next example is row, row, row your boat.
Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream.
Para mas madaling maunawaan, magbibigay ka ng isang activity kung saan sila ay aawit ng row, row, row your boat. Hahatiin sila sa 4 na grupo. Ang unang grupo ay ang aawit ng first line at ang susunod na grupo ay magsisimula sa may mga markang star. Ang unang grupo ay aawit ng row, row, row your boat. Ang pangalawang grupo ay aawit ng gently down the stream. At ang pangatlong grupo naman ay aawit ng merrily, 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 merrily. At ang huling grupo ay aawit ng life is but a dream. Sa pamamagitan nito, mauunawaan nila kung ano ang polyphony. Tulad ng halimbawang kanta na Row, Row, Row Your Boat, kung saan ito ay inawit ng may magkakaibang boses but sounded simultaneously. Ang polyphony ay tumutukoy sa 2 o higit pang mga magkakaibang boses or melodic lines but sounded simultaneously. Ibig sabihin, sabay-sabay. Ang homophony ay binubuo ng isang pangunahing melodiya na sinasamahan ng mga chord o iba pang mga tunog na nagbibigay suporta o harmony. Upang mas madaling maunawaan ng mga bata, epektibo ang pagbibigay ng mga halimbawa. Narito ang halimbawa ng modern jazz combo of piano, double bass, and drums. Sa pamamagitan ng pagtutugtog ng iba't ibang instrumento, mas napapaganda ang isang awitin sa pamamagitan ng pagbibigay suporta o harmony. So in general, there are differences between monophony, polyphony, and homophony. Ang monophony ay solo melodic line lamang ang naririnig, samantalang ang polyphony ay may maraming melodic lines ang naririnig ng sabay-sabay. Ang homophony naman ay mayroong pangunahing melodic line na sinusuportahan ng mga chords and accompaniment.